This video today from my outdoor blog is going to showcase one of my favorite hobbies, and that is crayfishing here in the great state of Idaho. A lot of people don't know this, but we grow enormous crayfish here in the lakes and rivers of Idaho, and they are a species known as a signal crawdad. They have a little white spot. You can see it on that claw that looks like a flag when they raise their hand or their claws in the air, like a signal man would on a road construction crew. So they call them signal crawdads. After catching them with homemade traps, they will keep for 3 days, 4 days if you keep them cool in the refrigerator on ice. As long as you don't put them underwater, believe it or not, they'll stay alive. So you can go out, capture a large quantity of these delicious crustaceans, and you can keep them for a few days until you're ready to process them. And that's one of the things people don't know what to do when they catch them. Do I have to boil them immediately? What do I have to do? And they'll actually stay alive for a number of days. Some of these get quite large. The meat that you harvest is in the tail of the crawdad, and there's a way to learn how to peel these very effectively. But also the claw meat, as you can see here, I mean, they look like a miniature Maine lobster. They've got more delicious meat in their claws as well as their tail. And the claw meat tastes much like crab. The tail is more like a lobster. But it on a crayfish this size, you can tell that you can harvest quite a bit of meat off of it. When you set traps out for these crustaceans, you use fish carcasses, or there's other types of commercial bait, but generally a fish carcass works better than anything. This is what is sometimes left when you pull your trap. I mean, in one night, even in a few hours, they can skeletonize a fish carcass right down to the bone. Looks like a cartoon where the alley cat, cleans the fish up. But I thought you might enjoy seeing that. This is the fun part where you get to process your hard work. You get a good boil going. You rinse the crawdads for a few days, if possible, in a cooler to get all the dirt off of them. Add some salt to a boiling pot and put your crayfish in there. And generally you want to boil them for about 8 minutes is the recommendation. And that turns them into something very similar to a lobster. And again, I want to reiterate the size that some of these can get. As you can tell from this photograph, they look delicious because they are delicious. And there's not really any anatomical differences between a crayfish that's taken out of fresh water versus a lobster, which is taking somewhere over in Maine off the rocky floor of the ocean. This is an example of what a processing setup looks like. You spread some plastic out on a table, and you get ready to shuck your crawdad tails and your crawdad claws. This is actually a pretty modest harvest. This was from the middle of August in 2025. Once you have the plastic laid out, you can crack the claws. The bowl that you're looking at there represents both tail meat and claw meat, and both are delicious. Both taste a little differently. The tail meat, as I mentioned, is more lobster-like, and the claw meat is more crab-like, which is a really interesting divergence. I'm going to let you watch the activities of my crayfishing exploits over the last few years, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Oh yeah, there we're talking. That's a good, pretty good spot right there. Not bad. That's what you're after. One more shot of this. That's awesome. Well, it's been a good morning for the crawdads. I've got the better part of a 7-gallon bucket full. You can tell. Plus, I have the biggest crawdad I've ever seen. I mean, look at that thing. He doesn't know he's a crawdad. He thinks he escaped from the Red Lobster tank. But you can see, good day, good haul. That's not a 5-gallon bucket. That's a 7-gallon bucket, and should be really good eating. It's nice when a great plan comes together. This is today's take. Some really nice ones in there. Should make a good meal. Some lobster bisque in January.